Tonight on CTV News at 5.
You have to look at what's around me in this present moment that I have to be grateful for.
Serving up gratitude, Maritimers reflect on their blessings this Thanksgiving.
Because I love sneakers myself, this is an extension of the love I have for sneakers.
And from Millbrook to Vegas, a local designer's custom kicks are fit for a fighter.
We have all kinds of really cool things like our Wild West petting zoo town.
Autumn Oasis, from baby animals to that perfect pumpkin, River Breeze Farm will give you the fall feels.
It's a clear and brisk night for the Maritimes. After that, the Thanksgiving long weekend gets off to a sunny start.
Live from the Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Maria Pano-Palace. Thanks for joining us. First at 5 tonight, giving thanks. A loyal friend, a sunny day, a homemade meal. Even when times are tough, there are often silver linings and reasons to have gratitude. So ahead of this Thanksgiving weekend, CTV's Stephanie Seekos asked Maritimers what they're grateful for, and she joins us now. Hi, Steph.
Maria, it's no surprise people are thinking of their families this time of year, but it's important to show thanks year-round. It may have been on the cooler side, but the sun is shining and the stage is set for a stunning Thanksgiving long weekend.
This Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for my family and my friends and the beautiful life that I get to live.
Maritimers are preparing for the holiday and thinking about what they're grateful for this year.
Well, I'm very thankful for having her and for a wonderful family and friends.
This year I'm thankful for my family, for our health, and I'm thankful that we're living in Canada.
While it's important to show gratitude throughout the year, Thanksgiving offers a perfect excuse to share those feelings.
I think because we spend so much time on social media doom scrolling, you can get into a mindset that everything is bad. And when you look at gratitude and kindness, it helps us bridge into, well, there's still good people left in the world.
Author, journalist, and mental health advocate Janice Landry basically wrote the book on gratitude.
Part of my message is always that, you know, when something bad happens, and really a lot of bad things seem to be happening and are happening in our world, we can find gratitude. Look for the people around you, like the first responders, the teachers, the people who volunteer this holiday weekend to put on meals for someone that may otherwise not have one. Those helpers are a big link to our gratitude.
Landry has a lot to be thankful for after battling Lyme disease in recent years.
I'm really grateful for my family and time spent and my health. And I think if we turn to the simple things, a lot of it doesn't have to be this grandiose thing like you've won the lotto. I feel like I won the lotto because I've recovered from a major illness.
Maritimers will be showing their thanks this long weekend and beyond.
Absolutely, throughout the year. It's just not a one-day event. We celebrate throughout the year.
Janice Landry says it's easy to practice small acts of kindness or gratitude. It could be as simple as making eye contact and smiling with someone while you're out picking up those last-minute items at the grocery store for Thanksgiving. Maria.
Oh, thank you, Stephanie. That's so the truth. CTV's Stephanie Seekos for us in Dartmouth this evening. It's the little things. Of course, thankful for Stephanie and for this man, CTV's Bruce Frisco, who's standing by at the anchor desk. Hi there, Bruce.
Hey, Maria. Happy Thanksgiving. A former medical student in Nova Scotia is asking the Court of Appeal to quash his murder conviction. The judge found William Sanderson guilty of second-degree murder in the death of Taylor Sampson, high-profile case back in 2015. Sanderson argued his case himself before 3 judges at the Court of Appeal today. You'll hear from him tonight on CTV News at 6. New Brunswick Power Utilities CEO says sometimes she loses sleep over what it's going to take to get the utilities' debt under control. Lori Clark made those comments during a legislative committee hearing today. The Crown Corporation is almost $6 billion in the red. CTV's Laura Brown will have that at 6. And also tonight, skepticism over a proposal to bring Marineland's belugas to the East Coast. The financially troubled Ontario theme park needs to unload its whales. And there was a thought a proposed whale sanctuary in the eastern shore of Nova Scotia just might be the solution. Some, though, are saying there are too many hoops for that to become an actual reality. We'll tell you about those when you join us tonight for CTV News at 6. Now we'll head over to the Weather Center and Kaylin Mitchell. Cool night last night, cool morning, but warmed up nice.
That's right. So if you were thinking of sort of the prototypical mid-October day, it would probably be a day very much like what we just had in the Maritime region. Bruce is right. First thing this morning, it was certainly brisk to chilly around the Maritimes, then with a lot of sunshine through the afternoon. Thanks to that area of high pressure in place, we did have a lot of high temperatures that came up towards the low to mid-teens. Now as we're moving in towards the first part of the evening, temperatures in the province of New Brunswick still mostly in the range of 11 to 15 degrees, 15 there at Miramichi, low teens for Prince Edward Island, and for Nova Scotia, most of the temperatures between 10 and 13 degrees. Relatively low humidity in the air as well, so it gives it that crisp fall feel. Now the winds are down from yesterday. Yesterday was certainly a gusty day in the region. They're still breezy. They're mostly out of the west. They're being sustained in a lot of cases between around 10 and 20 kilometers per hour. A little bit higher than that for a few areas, including near Port Hawkesbury right now, sustained near 30, and North Cape Coastal Weather Station, western Prince Edward Island. And a few gusts are showing up between 30 and 40 kilometers per hour. Winds will continue to diminish a little bit as we move through the night. Taking a look at things on radar and satellite. Don't have a lot to show you right now. High pressure in place. Generally clear conditions, mix of sun and cloud around areas of Cape Breton. They actually looked like there was a few isolated showers drifting across parts of the island through the first part of today. This high pressure system is going to move to a position just to the south of the Maritimes as we go through tonight into the start of the weekend. That does mean that we're underneath it still to get the Thanksgiving long weekend started. A lot of sunshine in the forecast for Saturday, and I will have more on that long weekend forecast when I'm back a little bit later on. Maria.
We'll hold you to it. Thank you, Kaylin. Right now, though, time for our first break here on CTV News at 5. But first, a preview of what's coming up next.
Hi, I'm Austin Hepworth. Hi, I'm Austin Hepworth. Hi, I'm Austin Hepworth. Hi, I'm Austin Hepworth of AHEPS Customs. I design.
Since 1964, Christmas Daddies has been raising money for maritime children. You support the cause when you buy a 2026 Christmas Daddies calendar with big squares for busy schedules. Get yours today at any Giant Tiger location in the Maritimes.
Welcome back. A custom sneaker designer from Millbrook, Nova Scotia, got a high-profile endorsement recently. As CTV's Paul DeWitt shows us, Austin Hepworth traveled to Las Vegas to hand-deliver a pair of AHEPS Customs to a popular pro fighter.
Hi, my name's Austin Hepworth. I'm an Indigenous artist from Millbrook First Nations, and I customize sneakers. During the pandemic, it was kind of looking for a hobby to do, because we're kind of in lockdown, so I kind of started researching how to do it, because I was just looking for something to do. So I kind of made myself a pair, made myself another pair, and a family member saw it and was like, hey, can you make me a pair? So I made them a pair. Kind of just kept snowballing and kind of got to a point where I was like, I can make a little side business out of this. So I kept going, and now I've kind of developed it into like an actual business, and I've made tons and tons of pairs. To start, it takes some prep work, and then once the prep work's done, the painting can happen. So I use like special paint that is used for leather, so it adheres to the leather, so like rain doesn't really affect it. Some get pretty detailed. I love putting a lot of detail into them because it's more fun for me as well. So when they turn out great with a lot of detail, it's more satisfying.
Here we go.
I look at Power Slap as almost like an extension of UFC, kind of same format. They have cards with fighter matchups, and it's essentially just slap fighting. I attended Power Slap 12 back in March. I made a custom pair for myself just to wear to the event because I thought it'd be really cool. I tagged the Butcher and a bunch of others in the post. He was one of the ones that saw it, so I briefly met him back then. He won the belt. It was awesome. And found out he was going to be headlining the October card. So I reached out to him, said, hey, would you like a custom pair? And sent him a mock-up. He loved them. And he's like, yeah, I would love that. I would greatly appreciate it. And so I made them, met him the day before the event, gifted them to him, and he loved the shoe.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I have another pair coming up, but it's a little bit of a secret, so you're going to have to wait and find out. My business has a little social media on Facebook and Instagram at AHEPS Customs. I love doing it because I love sneakers myself. This is an extension of the love I have for sneakers.
Oh my goodness, they're beautiful, and like how amazing to get that kind of an endorsement. And by the way, to learn more about Ahab's Customs, we have put a link to Austin's socials on our website, his Facebook and his Instagram on ctvnewsatlantic.ca.
He's got me sitting here in a little bit of suspense. I want to see what his next project is.
Oh, I know.
He's
got so much. Yeah, you need to see, you need to check out his socials to check out all of the shoots for sure. All right, we've been paying very close attention to the weather lately.
Yeah.
It's important. It's the long weekend.
It is.
It is the Thanksgiving weekend. Want to spend some time outdoors, perhaps?
Yeah, and it's looking like a generally fair long weekend forecast here in the Maritimes. I mean, today's weather was pretty pleasant. Yeah, it was brisk or chilly first thing in the morning. That happens, though, in October. The temperature's not too bad in the afternoon. Some fall colors here popping in and around the Lawrencetown area of Nova Scotia. I'll have more on the forecast coming up after the break.
Start your morning with us for what you need to start your day. News, weather, and even a little fun. Your Morning Atlantic with Amanda Debison, Crystal Garrett, and Latavia Beezer. Weekdays from 6 to 9 on CTV2 and ctvatlantic.ca.
Welcome back. Kaylin Mitchell joins us once again with a very important forecast, Kaylin. We're headed into the long weekend. A lot of us are, well, hoping to spend a little bit of time outdoors.
Yeah, well, one thing I'm thankful for is so far the very quiet hurricane season, that I'm not tracking in any sort of tropical storms or any really stormy conditions of any sort for our Thanksgiving long weekend here in the Maritimes. Let's take a look at our sunrise and sunset times before we get into the details of that weekend forecast. And we're looking here near the Mactaquac Dam Bridge area, and you can see the nice fall colors there in the background. We did have a lot of sunshine around the Maritimes for today. If you were thinking about stepping out this weekend and taking a look at the fall foliage, because we're kind of into the peak of it now, tomorrow would be an excellent day to do so. Looking very, very pleasant on Saturday. Taking a look at our weather systems map, barometric pressure is now on the higher side. We are underneath the influence of an area of high pressure that is moving to a position just to the south of the Maritimes. So it looks like it'll be setting up shop there into the start of the weekend, which is why we're looking at some very sunny conditions coming up for Saturday. Taking a look at things on radar then, not a lot showing up. It did look like through the first part of the day today, there might have been a couple of isolated showers that drifted across locations in Cape Breton. No longer seeing much evidence of those, though. And as we move through tonight, it is expected to be a mainly clear night, maybe with just a few high clouds drifting through, and it'll be cool to brisk. Not maybe quite as chilly as it was last night, but still, if you get up first thing tomorrow morning, you're going to notice more of a brisk feel around the Maritime region. Now, heading into and through Saturday afternoon, mostly sunny for most of the Maritimes, except becoming a bit more of a fair weather mix of sun and cloud for northern areas of New Brunswick. Maybe a few clouds showing up around parts of Cape Breton and a few parts of Prince Edward Island. Heading into Saturday evening, a few clouds continue to drift across PEI in the east of Nova Scotia. And in the forecast for Sunday, that high pressure system is going to be butting heads a little bit with a developing low pressure system on the eastern seaboard of the United States. Not expecting precipitation so far this Thanksgiving long weekend forecast, but in southwestern areas of New Brunswick and the southwest of Nova Scotia, there will be some increase in cloudiness on Sunday, with more clouds returning to the region on Monday. Taking a look at the winds in the forecast, the wind gusts continue to come down a little bit for tonight. Tomorrow's winds will be breezy. Once again, mostly out of the west, and they'll be sustained in a lot of cases between 20 and 30 kilometers per hour, with a few gusts between 30 and 40 kilometers per hour. It's a little bit higher than that around parts of Prince Edward Island, the north shore of Nova Scotia, and Cape Breton, where some of the wind gusts could peak near 50. So I've described those type of conditions as a little bit more blustery. Low temperatures in the forecast for tonight around the region. For many areas will be around the low to mid single digits. A little bit colder than that for some western areas of New Brunswick, where some lows could fall between around -1 and +4. In the forecast for Saturday, well, that looks pretty nice for heading towards the middle of October. We've got high temperatures, 16 to 19 degrees for New Brunswick, around 17 for many communities in Prince Edward Island, and mid to high teens for Nova Scotia. Let's move forward a little bit and take a look at Sunday's weather. So again, area of high pressure, this time centered a little bit towards the north of the region. There will be some cloud cover that increases from the south of us, so we'll call it a bit more of a mix of sun and cloud on Sunday. Winds become northeast and temperatures cool a few degrees as a result. So most of the highs on Sunday back into a range around the low to mid teens. And the outlook for the holiday Monday right now, that high pressure system looks like it's going to remain in place and keep the rain with that coastal low sort of trapped around the eastern seaboard of the United States. So I know we'd like to get more wet weather here in the Maritimes. So it'll be increasing increasing cloudiness to start off next week with most of the high temperatures again in the low to mid-teens. Let's take a look at our weather watcher for tonight. And tonight's weather watcher is coming in from Anave, and he loves snow days, finding them both fun and a little magical. Thank you, Anave. Great job. And if you'd like to be one of our weather watchers, they can come into CTV Weather Watchers, P.O. Box 1653, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J2Z4, or you can email me at kaylin.mitchell@bellmedia.ca. Maria.
Thank you, Kaylin. 2.5 million Canadians report unmet mental health needs. The reasons can vary from stigma, affordability, accessibility, and even education. On World Mental Health Day, CTV's Emma Convey puts the focus on burnout, what it looks like and why experts are seeing more cases than ever.
Sarah Hamad works in a hospital in Halifax. Most of her day is spent on a computer, booking appointments for patients. The same tasks over and over leave her feeling drained.
You know, when you spend your whole day at work, you come home, you want to kind of do something that's not work related, but you're tired, you have to feed yourself, you have to, you know, tidy up or cook or clean or take a shower, and then you just don't have the passion, at least in my case, to do anything.
Sarah is not alone in this. Wellness expert Julie Cass says she's seeing higher levels of burnout than ever before.
It's getting worse, not better. And we are seeing more mental health issues. We're seeing more, you know, even just time off work for sick days for mental health. We're seeing more depression rates increasing. We're seeing suicide increase. Like, we're already seeing the effects of that.
A number of factors can lead to burnout.
We demand more and more from people, offering less and less in terms of time and support. And burnout can come from various factors, one of which is a lack of meaningful or purposeful work. If you find your work repetitive and dull and mundane, it's very much conducive to burnout.
For some, burnout might not be as obvious. It can affect everybody differently on all fronts, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Experts say some may feel tired and exhausted, even their heart racing, while others may see a decline in their productivity and have a hard time focusing. On the emotional side, people may stop doing the activities they like and experience depression.
Physicians, nurses, or teachers, those are among the most burnout-prone professions.
But anyone can experience burnout, even students who take on too much.
Feeling sort of sick and tired of schoolwork and socializing, and I just sort of feel like being alone with my own thoughts.
I'm so exhausted, and I want to doze off during the day because I'm, you know, going too hard.
We need to get back to our roots. We need to realign with what matters.
And make personal care a priority on your to-do list. Emma Convey, CTV News, Halifax.
Thank you, Emma. And that actually brings us to tonight's web poll. We are asking, are you feeling burned out these days? Your options are simple: yes or no. Go to ctvnewsatlantic.ca to weigh in and to see the latest poll results. All right, we're going to take our final break here on CTV News at 5 for the week. When we come back, though, we've got some fall family fun.
And in there, you're going to find your llamas and a baby llama just born 4 days ago.
Crisp October air, River Breeze Farm awaits. We take you there when we return. Stay with us.
Mornings with Aaron and Peter. We're giving away $20,000 every week with Moo's Dream Big, plus a daily bonus prize of $1,000.
Listen for your keywords weekdays, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. to win.
Welcome back. So if you love all things fall, River Breeze Farm in Upper Onslow, Nova Scotia is calling your name. CTV's Paul DeWitt takes us to the Autumn Oasis.
Hi, I'm Jim Lorraine, and my wife and I, Tricia, own River Breeze Farm in Upper Onslow, Nova Scotia, just outside of Truro. Throughout the years, as our corn maze kept on growing and more people came to the corn maze, we finally got to the point where hey, we better move it across the road to a bigger space, add more attractions to accommodate the growing crowd. So we're so happy to let everybody know this year we're in a new location, directly across the street from our former location, and we have about 4 times the space, a lot more attractions. We have all kinds of really cool things like our Wild West petting zoo town, and in there you're going to find your llamas and a baby llama just born 4 days ago. Charlie is his name. We also have our pig pens where people can look at all of our little pigs in there. We have goats and holy goats where you can actually feed the holy goats through a hole in the wall, which is hilarious. We have our petting zoo as well where you can actually go in and pat some goats and sheep. And we have our kangaroos. Those are my babies, of course. It's Millie, Nova, and Edie in there. So that's it for a petting zoo. We have all kinds of neat things for families to do. We have our Build-A-Buddy barn where you can actually go in and bring your own farm animal, stuffed farm animal to life in our Build-A-Buddy barn. All kinds of great things here happening on the farm. And don't forget our pumpkin patch. We have a very large pumpkin patch with all kinds of jumbo pumpkins in them, and we are stocked up and ready for Thanksgiving weekend. It's going to be beautiful weather. This year, one of our major attractions, we added in our new mega slide. And our mega slide, you can see behind me there, it's a tube slide is what it is, and it is exhilarating. Lineups to that, people really enjoy that one. We have our wagon rides as well, where I tell a lot of really foolish dad jokes on it and give a little bit of history of the farm as well during that wagon ride. But who knew that we would have turned out this way? Not in our wildest dreams did we ever think this would have come to be.
And now it's a tradition for so many people, and a new tradition as they've moved across the street. But just look them up online, River Breeze Farm, Upper Onslow, Nova Scotia. By the way, if you'd like to visit them on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday throughout the entire day. And this Monday, they're also open, so a bonus day this Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, I've been a couple of times to their previous site. I haven't been to the new site yet, so I might have to put that on the agenda for this Thanksgiving weekend.
I think Locke would catch some good speed on that slide.
I think he'd be heading over that slide pretty quick for sure. Maybe a little bit more speed than me and his mom.
Yeah, me too. All right, let's talk about the weather. What are we looking toward?
Yeah, so whether you're headed off towards River Breeze or any number of activities this Thanksgiving weekend, weather conditions pretty fair, and I'll recap that for you at 6.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll be back on Tuesday. The national news is next. Good night.